It is officially enrollment season, and a lot of people have been asking me how much money they should contribute to their 401k. So I'm gonna do a quick video explaining just that. I'm gonna give you basically two ways to look at it and then give you some disclaimers. Alright, let's get right to it. First, you need to understand the employer match. When you look at the employer match, probably from that brochure or whatever HR gave you, there are two components. There's the percentage that your employer matches for every dollar you contribute, and then there's the matching cap. So for example, a 5% and 50% match means that up to 5% of your salary for every $1 you put into the 401k, your employer matches with 50 cents. Under that 5% and 50% setup, let's say you make $100 as your total compensation for the year. If you contribute $3 to your 401k, your employer matches you with $1.50. If you contribute $5, your employer matches you with $2.50. And if you contribute $7, you still only get $2.50 because of that cap that we mentioned. Employers have matching as part of your overall compensation package, and it is basically free money. So, option number one, the most basic one, but good enough, is put as much as your employer matches at least. In the previous example, it would be 5%. Now, technically, every dollar above 5%, it will be better to invest in your IRA because you have more control than you do in your 401k. However, for young people like myself and the majority of the people watching this video, you don't really need that much control over your retirement investments in the short term. So, option number two, and the better one, is doing 10%. There isn't really a magic percentage number on how much you should save. In theory, if you could save 50% into your 401k, that'd be great. But 10% puts you in a great position and can help you accumulate a lot of wealth. If you put 10% of your income and you also do the $7,000 into the IRA, you're probably getting close to 15 to 20% of your income, which is great. But what do I do personally? I have the following things. First, I contribute 8% of my salary into my employer's Roth 401k plan because they offer that. Then I do 2% into my employer's stock plan. I work for a public company and the company offers a 3-to-1 stock sharing plan. So for every 3 shares that I purchase, they give me 1 share for free, which is great. And between those two, that puts me at 10%. But additionally, I also max out my IRA, which is $7,000, and that gets me closer to 15% being saved in retirement investing, which doesn't include cash savings or brokerage investments that I do on the side. So that's basically the quick answer to this video. If you want to click off, go for it. But let me give you some random disclaimers that might be important for you to know. There are 401k investing limits. Currently, the limit is $23,000 per year. So if you make above $230,000, the 10% might be too much. But if you're a huge boss, don't worry about percentages and just do whatever you need to do to get to that $23,000 limit. That's next level stuff. Then, if you have a Roth 401k plan like I do, your employer probably matches the contributions in a separate traditional 401k account. This is not a requirement, but just something that employers do because it's more beneficial for them. Then one of my favorite tips is to set up automatic yearly percentage increases. Most companies allow you to set automatic yearly increases, so the best move is to set a 1% increase on the month that you usually get salary adjustments. This is a boss move as well. And lastly, you're more likely to adapt than to change what you set up, meaning that we tend to live with whatever money we have. So if you're starting a new job and you set contributions to 10%, you will probably live with whatever money you get into your checking account. If, however, you put 5% and say that you will increase it later, you probably won't. It's much better to decrease it later if you need to, but most of the time you just figure it out. So over contribute. And that's it. Quick and simple, to the point. See you on the other side. Peace.